What if I told you that everything you've ever known, every person, every place, every moment of your entire existence, exists on a fragile speck so small it wouldn't even register as a pixel in a cosmic photograph? And what if that's just the beginning of a journey so vast, so incomprehensibly enormous, that by the end, your brain will struggle to process what big even means anymore? Right now, you're standing on a rock hurtling through the void at 67,000 miles per hour. You can't feel it, you're perfectly still, but you're not. Earth is spinning, orbiting, racing through space in ways that would terrify you if you could sense it. And this rock? This is home. The only home humanity has ever known. But it's nothing. A grain of sand on an infinite beach. And I'm about to prove it to you. Let's start small. Look up tonight. See the moon? It feels close, doesn't it? Almost touchable. But that glowing orb is 240,000 miles away. If you walked 8 hours a day, every single day, without stopping, it would take you 9 years to reach it. 9 years of walking through the vacuum of space just to touch the closest thing to us out there. The Apollo astronauts did it in 3 days, and when they turned around, they saw something that changed everything. Earth. A blue marble, fragile, alone. Every war, every love story, every triumph and tragedy in human history, all of it crammed onto that tiny sphere floating in an ocean of nothing. But we're not stopping at the moon. We're going deeper. 93 million miles from where you're sitting right now burns a star so massive, so unimaginably violent, that it could swallow a million Earths and still have room for more. The sun. The thing that gives you life, the thing you barely think about. And here's what'll mess with your head. When you look at the sun, don't actually do that, you're not seeing it as it is right now. You're seeing it as it was 8 minutes and 20 seconds ago. The light took that long to reach you. If the sun exploded this very second, you wouldn't know for another 8 minutes. You'd just vanish, and you'd never see it coming. If you tried to drive to the sun at highway speed, you'd be on the road for over 100 years, non-stop, no bathroom breaks. And even then, you'd only just be getting started on understanding how big this really gets. Now we go further. Mars, the red planet, the one we dream about colonizing. At its closest, Mars is 35 million miles away. At its farthest, 250 million. The rovers we sent there, those little robots crawling across alien dirt, traveled for 6 to 9 months through freezing, airless space just to get there. And we think that's impressive. It is, but compared to what's next, Mars is practically in our backyard. Jupiter, the king of planets, so enormous that every other planet in our solar system could fit inside it with room to spare. It sits 484 million miles from the sun, 5 times further out than we are. And beyond Jupiter, Neptune, nearly 3 billion miles from the sun. Out there, the sun doesn't even look like the sun anymore. It's just another dot of light in an endless sky. If you lived on Neptune, you wouldn't feel the warmth of our star. You'd feel nothing but cold, forever. But humanity didn't stop there. In 1977, we launched 2 machines, Voyager 1 and Voyager 2, with one mission: go as far as you possibly can. And they're still going. Voyager 1 has traveled for over 45 years. It's now 15 billion miles away. It's left the solar system entirely. It's floating through interstellar space, the void between stars. And it's still sending us signals. Those signals? They take 22 hours to reach Earth, traveling at the speed of light. In 1990, scientists turned Voyager's camera around one last time. They wanted a picture of home. And what they saw was us, Earth, a pale blue dot, smaller than a pixel. Carl Sagan called it the most humbling image ever taken. Every human being who has ever lived, every hero, every villain, every king, every peasant existed on that dot. And from Voyager's perspective, we were invisible. And we're just getting started. The nearest star to us, Alpha Centauri, is 25 trillion miles away. That number is so big, we had to invent a new way to measure it, a light year, the distance light travels in 1 year, about 6 trillion miles. Alpha Centauri is 4.3 light years away. If we built a ship that could travel at 10% the speed of light, something we can't even do yet, it would still take 43 years to get there. And that's the closest star. Every single star you see in the night sky, they're all part of one massive island of light called the Milky Way, a galaxy, our galaxy. And it contains somewhere between 100 billion and 400 billion stars. More stars than grains of sand on every beach on Earth. The galaxy itself stretches 100,000 light years across. And here's the kicker. For the last century, we've been broadcasting radio and TV signals into space. Those signals have created a bubble around Earth about 200 light years wide. But the galaxy is 100,000 light years across, which means to 99.8% of our own galaxy, humanity doesn't exist. We're ghosts, invisible, unknown. And the Milky Way, it's not alone. We're part of a group of about 80 galaxies called the Local Group, spread across 10 million light years. The biggest galaxy in that group is Andromeda. It has 1 trillion stars. And it's heading straight for us. In 4.5 billion years, Andromeda and the Milky Way will collide. They'll merge into one super galaxy. But don't panic. The collision will happen so slowly that life on Earth, if it still exists, probably won't even notice. But we're still not done. The Local Group is just one neighborhood in a massive city of galaxies called the Virgo Cluster. Over 1,300 galaxies spread across 65 million light years. And the Virgo Cluster? It's part of something even bigger, the Virgo Supercluster, a cosmic metropolis stretching 110 million light years, containing thousands of galaxies, each one with billions or trillions of stars. The total number of stars in the observable universe? Roughly 1 followed by 24 zeros, a number so incomprehensibly large that it loses all meaning. But here's where it gets truly terrifying. The observable universe might only be a fraction of the actual universe. There could be regions of space so far away, expanding so fast, that their light will never reach us. Some scientists believe the universe is infinite, stretching forever in all directions with no edge, no end, no boundary. Others think it's finite, but still unimaginably vast, thousands, maybe millions of times larger than what we can see. We don't know. And we may never know. So here we are, back where we started, on a small rock orbiting an average star in the outskirts of an ordinary galaxy. But that rock? It's the only place in the known universe where matter organized itself into living beings capable of asking, how big is this? We are the universe trying to understand itself. Tiny, fragile, temporary, but somehow impossibly aware. Every time we build a better telescope, reality gets stranger, bigger, more beautiful, more terrifying. We live in an age where we're just beginning to grasp the true scale of existence, and the truth is both humbling and awe-inspiring. We are incredibly small, but we're also incredibly special. Perhaps the only beings in our corner of the cosmos capable of looking up, feeling wonder, and asking the question that started this whole journey. Just how big is it?